we're going to be learning to add on tens and take away tens from a decade number. For this activity, you may need a few materials. Most of the materials that we'll need for this activity you'll find in the numeracy maths wall that we sent home before we broke up. And if you look in the pages, you'll find some 10 frames and also the decade numbers that will come in handy. However, if you can't find them, not to worry, we can just make our own cards with the decade numbers. And usually in school we'll be using counting sticks, but because we don't have them, I've improvised and we're using cotton buds, and all I've done is I've bundled them into tens, and I'll explain to you what we'll be doing with them in a second. Okay, so let me introduce you to counting sticks. So one of these counting sticks is going to equate to 1. So if I wanted to make the number 10, what I can do is I can place out 10 individual of these counting sticks to make the number 10. However, it's going to get a bit tedious and hard to count. So what we do is we bundle up 10 of these to make a bundle of 10 to help us visualize that 10 is one bundle of 10. So when it comes to other numbers, what we can do is instead of making 10, let's make 30. So we want to make 30. Children can see that if I needed 30, I would need 10, 20, 30. I would need 3 bundles of 10. And again, let's try another one. Let's try 60. So again, 60. They can count up in tens. So they're going to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. And again, they should be able to see that there are 6 bundles of 10 to make 60. Before moving on to the adding and subtracting part of the lesson, I would get the child to make different tens numbers using the bundling sticks, just so that they can see visually how the numbers are made up, and so that they could quickly identify them. So let's move on to the adding part. So what I would do is I would get, I will look at the sum and then take the two parts. So if I do 30, I would make the 30 with the bundling sticks first. So I know 30 is 10, 20, 30. So I can see that 3 bundling sticks is going to make 3 tens is going to make 30, and then I would lay out my 20. So I know 20 is made up of 2 tens. So there's my 2 tens, and there I can quickly visually see that there's 5 bundling sticks, there's 5 tens, and that is 50. Let's try another one. So 50 we know is made out of 5 tens. So 5 tens, that means that we need 5 bundling sticks. So 5, so 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. And to make 40 we need 4 tens, so 4 bundling sticks. So we need 10, 20, 30, 40. So we can see that there's 5 tens at 4 tens, which is 9 tens. And if we've done all that previous work with them by building those decade numbers, they should be able to recognize that 9 tens is the same as 90. Let's move on to subtracting. So it's the same thing again. So take the 80, and we know 80 is the same as 8 tens. So we'd have to lay out 8 bundling sticks to make the 80. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and 80. So we've got 80 there. To take away 30, so we know 30 is 3 tens, so we're just taking away 10, 20, 30, or 3 bundling sticks, and there they should be able to see that they're left with 5, and 5 tens is the same as 50. One last one. So we've got here 70 take away 50, so we know 70 is the same as 7 tens, so laying out 7 bundling sticks, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. It's a good idea to count in tens while we're laying it out so that they get used to skip counting in tens as well. So we've got 70 there, and we need to take away 50. So 50 is the same as 5 tens or 5 bundling sticks, so we can take away 5. And there you go, you can quickly visually see that we're left with two tens, and 2 tens is the same as 20. At this stage, I would expect that most children will require concrete materials to help them solve these types of sums, and that's okay. Some will be able to pick it up a lot quicker and use a more mental strategy and see that 7 tens take away 5 tens is almost 7 take away 5, and work it out like that. But however way that they choose to use is fine. So give it a go and let me know how it goes.